And I see a lot of people now switching to soft wax only.
I am seeing that
And
a lot
I'm
too.
like, what are your thoughts? Or just everyone has their own way of doing things.
That's really cool because I was scrolling through your YouTube and I do see like all the education that you try to push out.
Yeah.
I have learned so much. I'm like, man, I'm going to be a waxer maybe.
Born an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So at 4 or 5 years old, I would literally pick flowers and like try to sell them to people.
That's
and they
awesome.
would buy it just because I was cute at that point. I was like, oh, I got this entrepreneurship thing down. But no, I've always like, when people would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? My answer was my own boss. So what I wanted to do, I wasn't sure, but I just knew I didn't want to work for anybody.
So for someone who's established, what are some when they're trying to scale or to grow their team, or what's your advice to them?
Welcome, everybody, to Beauty Bound. I am your host, Jackie Rodman, owner of Skinfinite here in San Antonio, Texas. And we have my co-host, Crystal.
Yes, I'm Crystal Rubio. You can find me on Beauty Pro Bookkeeping on Instagram. And we are very excited because Jackie's going to introduce someone so special that I've been looking forward to for the last couple months.
Yes, so context, we just got back from Glow and Gather. We finally had the show that we've been chatting about over the past couple weeks. And we have our wonderful speaker, Bree, here. She was voted ASCP SD of the Year.
How exciting.
You need to do the woo.
I know. Wait, hold on.
You have sound effects?
Yes.
But I always end up fucking it up. So bear with me. See, that's what I'm saying. Woo!
That is so cool.
Yes.
He's probably like, I don't hear anything.
But yes, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So
it still
tell us,
seems surreal.
Right? Oh man. I've kind of looked at a little bit over your YouTube and your website, but please tell us about yourself.
Who am I?
Who
Why
are
am I
you?
here?
Yes.
So which camera should I be looking
Whichever one you feel more comfortable.
Yes.
Okay, and then he'll kind of like split between. Well, I want to look at you guys. Okay, so I'm Bree Mesquit. I was named Esty of the Year. I guess I should put that kind of in my my introductions now.
Yes.
But so I've been licensed esthetician for 13 years. I specialize really in waxing. So not originally why I got into the industry, but just naturally progressed that way. To make this not super long, so 13 years, worked at a day spa, fell in love with waxing, got offered a job at European Wax Center, worked there. 2017, went out on my own. I was pregnant with my third child. We were living in an RV. Long backstory on that, but I was like, no, what? We need this. I hit the
maximum, right?
Yeah,
max,
that glass ceiling at European. I'm like, okay, we're a young family, third baby on the way, like living in a trailer in Orange County. Like, there's I got to make some more money. Yeah. So I went out solo.
Yeah. So what were you doing before you started at European Wax? Like what led you to become an esthetician?
What led me to become an esthetician, actually, I'm working at MLM company with my grandma, which now I look back, I'm like,
all do
my God. Like what? Like the skincare, we all know, it's not professional grade
Rodent
skincare.
Fields?
No, hell no. No.
But it's you're your own boss and you're going to make it. And then if you get people in, like all this bullshit, right?
I was like born an entrepreneur. Yeah. So at 4 or 5 years old, I would literally pick flowers and like try to sell them to people.
That's awesome.
And they would buy it just because I was cute at that point. I was like, oh, I got this entrepreneurship thing down. But no, I've always when people would ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? My answer was my own boss. So what I wanted to do, I wasn't sure, but I just knew I didn't want to work for anybody. But so that's what I was doing. And I was like, no, this would be really cool if not only selling the product, but then could actually use it on people, not knowing yet that there's professional grade skincare and all of that. But that's what kind of got me into it. Worked at the day spa. And then we actually took a sugaring course at the day spa. I was like, ooh, hair removal. This is fun because I really liked doing facials, but you're tied down to an hour. It's all calm and soothing, which I love. But I'm a little bit more. I'm higher energy, fast paced. I'm always working towards a bigger goal, and I just felt I don't know. was too mellow for me.
Okay.
Right,
So
yeah.
like I like the speed aspect of waxing and the instant gratification too. I'm like, okay, hair's there,
Oh
hair's
my gosh.
gone.
And
It's
then
great.
that follicle, the hair follicle, for me, that was it. Like when I would wax on clients or the lip wax, I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. It's so cool. They don't even give a fuck. They're just like, take this
Just
away from
please
my face.
get it off of me.
And I'm over here excited over the hair follicle.
Yep.
But
I still get excited
Right?
about it too. You can't not. But yeah, then I went to European Wax Center, went solo, and then I feel like kind of the rest is history from there.
Yeah.
Rest is history.
because you have done so much. And one of the things that I loved hearing about you today during Glow and Gather was how it was the mats that you,
wax pads
that you created was all, it all started because he bought a jet ski. That
He's off the hook now. I was very upset about this jet ski when it first.
Oh man! So did he go buy this without telling you?
I can't remember. Probably. I don't know. Did you? Yeah, probably. Look how guilty he looks
He's
over
like,
there.
But thanks to that, you created something amazing that you knew there was a need for something, and you went and created it.
Yeah, and I never had the intention of selling it. I honestly didn't. I made it for myself. I was like, I need something pink in the background. I need it to be machine wall. All the things that our wax pad is, and then then I posted on Instagram. And at that point, I only had probably like 3,000 followers. So goes
she has
to
over
show.
50K.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know. I'm like, what? Who?
Love
what?
it.
Why? But anyways, it goes to show for your audience too. You don't have to have a huge audience in order to add value and reach people. So lots of estheticians started reaching.
Did that come before this?
Yes. So Rebel Wax, that's our is newer.
I'm like, it's pink.
It's new?
Yes.
Okay, so when did you decide, okay, we had got the wax pads, like we're going to do the wax?
That was, so wax pads originated I'm originally from Orange County, California.
Me too.
I'm Huntington Beach, born and raised. 5 years ago, we moved to Central Oregon, so we're in Bend, Oregon now. Brought our wax pads up there. Long story with the wax pads and COVID and manufacturing, all the things. Anyways, we now manufacture them ourselves in-house.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so we were in Oregon when I decided, I shared a little bit of this at the Glow and Gather today, but I had this defining moment, and I'm not going to say which brand, but I have been an ambassador for many brands, and it all came organically from using it on my clients, loving it, and then they would reach out, hey, you're already promoting us. Do you want an ambassadorship? I'm like, heck yeah, I'm already promoting you anyways. Yes, let's do it. One brand in particular, then after, I went through many brands because then once seeing the back end, whether it's lack of customer service, maybe they treat me fantastic, but then I was getting feedback from people I was referring to them. They're like, they're terrible. I'm like, I am so sorry.
Man.
So I couldn't
keep
referring.
That's the
I
worst,
was like, I'm not, like, customer service is everything to us. It really is. That's one of our core values for sure. So that would happen. Then I'd switch brands. I'd have to find a new wax, and they'd offer. So I went through this cycle. But there's probably my 4th, 5th brand that I was with, and they owed me a huge chunk of change for our agreement.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to pay. And I was like, you know what? F you guys.
Yeah.
I'm doing this myself. So there was just not a brand I felt checked all the boxes for me. Customer service, great quality, also taking into consideration the different climates that people work in. Like here where it's humid, right? Wax is going to perform differently in a humid climate than it is in dry climate, or different experience levels, beginners, students, up to advanced waxers who want to do speed waxing. So I just felt like there wasn't something that checked all the boxes that I was looking for. So I'm like, I guess I will do this myself.
That's awesome.
I love it.
So basically, it doesn't matter what climate you live in.
That is our 50-50 blend you're holding there. So what that is we are the first to bring to market where we pre-mix our bags. So we have gel-based and cream-based mix 50-50. Now we also have gel on its own and cream on its own. So we technically have 3 different hard wax formulas. So there's going to be something that's going to work for everybody.
You are probably the first person I've seen, because I'm not a waxer, but that I didn't know you could like mix waxes together and like make your own blends. I just thought they just came in the bag and you just heat it up.
Yeah, no, you totally can.
gosh.
So like some of our customers, if they don't like the 50-50, maybe they like a 60-40 ratio. So then you can really do whatever. And it's kind of taboo. too. For some reason, there's a lot of people dragging that through the mud right now, saying that if you have to mix your wax, it's poor quality. It's like,
no way. No.
And what's
because it's the same thing as products. Like when you're doing moisturizers, even with hair product, like if you're mixing, sometimes you make your own concoction of something to put in the hair.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
I agree.
And I see a lot of people now switching to soft wax only.
I am seeing that
and
a lot
I'm
too.
like, what are your thoughts? Or just everyone has their own way of doing things?
It's all personal preference. At the end of the day, it is all of us against the razor. We have a common enemy with the razor. So if you're removing the hair from the root and your client's first and foremost happy, you're removing from the root, you have proper technique, you're confident in the service you're providing. I don't care if you sugar, use soft wax, hard wax. It's whatever tool you use.
That's what works for you.
That's what works. So I'm not against soft. We actually have soft wax available as well.
Love it.
I feel like, so for me, I feel like soft wax hurts more.
I feel the same.
But, and I feel like hard wax doesn't hurt as much. But then it's for different things too. I would rather get my lips sugared than I would waxed, whether that's hard wax or strip wax. Fuck no, like that hurts, And I've told her many times, and I get so red with the regular wax or even hard wax that I'm like, no. So when she does my wax, it's not as red with the sugaring.
Yeah.
But it doesn't hurt as bad.
Yeah.
Now, would I ever try a Brazilian with sugaring? I don't think I would.
Yeah.
And I've said it many times because I'm like, I don't know, like imagine that fucking smack back. Like,
see, my issue, because I've done all three ways. Yeah. So I've sugared. I actually started off with sugaring, then went to hard wax, and then I've played around with soft wax too. But for me personally, sugaring, I feel like the application itself can be a little bit uncomfortable because you're like, really molding and dragging. But again, at the end of the day, it's personal preference for both sides, client and for the technician as well.
And I think even for legs, I would rather do sugaring. And it's a preference. And I think there's so many people that are always like fighting against each other. And it's like, bro, like that's not what we're trying to do here.
No.
Yeah. You're trying to bring knowledge.
I have clients that ask me too, like, so is sugaring better? I'm like, no, it's preference. Like, you prefer to come see me for sugaring. Doesn't mean I think like sugaring is like the greatest form of hair removal. Yeah. It just means I just offer it.
Yeah. So when it came actually to you creating your wax, so did you know like that there were certain people that you wanted to try it, like sending it out to different estheticians so that you could get an honest review on it? Or how did you go about all that?
I didn't, because I had been in the game for so long.
You're
at that point. I knew like I just knew what I was like, and it was really me kind of solving my own problem because I didn't go. Now, if anyone follows me on Instagram, you're seeing these huge shipping containers of wax coming in, right? Our first order was like a little pallet, and I was like, worst case, if this doesn't sell, like I'll go through it myself or my client. So I first kind of created it more with what I was looking for in mind. And then I was doing education and stuff too. So I of course had my students in mind as well, but I didn't. But once it did come in, then of course I started sharing with girls that I had built relationships with it. I was like, all right, give me your feedback. And they really liked it too. I'm like, all right, good.
That's awesome.
Because it took a while to like really nail down the formula that I knew exactly what I wanted and was looking for, but it takes a little bit to get there.
And then, like when you come fresh out of beauty school, I know like for Cosmos, they teach you how to wax, right? But they teach you how to do lip wax, eyebrow wax, and then maybe arm wax. And you learn everything with a strip wax or soft wax. So you never even know that there is any other wax but the GG wax.
Exactly.
And that's
Satin
it.
Smooth, GG.
Yes. And so I remember like, I think it was with Mercy from the wax scene when she was showing me like, oh no, like I want this one. And I was like, what is the difference? Like, why would you use that? For me, I'm just like, she's
wax
like, no,
is
those
wax.
are shit. She's like, I'm like, oh man. So obviously seeing all these and seeing all the pretty colors, because I'm, for some reason, it's
attracted to pink.
That's me. And the pretty colors. I'm just like, I'm like, ooh, pretty, and that's what I get distracted with.
Yeah.
So do you only have those two colors, and is that just so it could stay on brand?
No. Well, of course I started off with pink because
pink.
You know,
Yeah.
it's me, pink. But no, we have different options now. So in our cream based, we have coconut cream and pink cream, which that's what you're seeing there. Mixed though with our clear unscented, which is a gel base.
Okay.
So in our gel line, we have the clear unscented. We have pink shimmer, blue gummy. And then we also did have a mixture of the pink and blue gummy. Sorry, guys, it's limited edition. I'm calling it now. Once we're sold out, we're sold out.
I'm about to order some wax.
But we have them separately. We just won't be pre-mixing the bags anymore, so people can mix it on. Because that one, they're both gel based. Pink shimmer, blue gummy are both gel based. So then you just stay with a gel formula. So I'm like, why are we doing like? So these ones though, the pink cream, clear unscented mix, coconut cream, clear unscented mix is our 50-50 hybrid. So that's what we call that. So gel-based, cream-based, 50-50 hybrid.
Now, give me some context on that strip that you're holding of pink wax.
Oh, on the picture today on the slideshow?
Yes.
We were doing a branding shoot at our studio, so I just was like
posing
with the strip.
Cool. I was like, is there a reason? You know, because sometimes they're like, look, it doesn't crack or it doesn't break or
at trade
whatever.
shows, I'll do demos and I'll show it's the pliability of it. So we have a lot of elasticity in our wax. It's super pliable, which girls are usually looking for that. It helps reduce the amount of your strips breaking during a service. So
that's horrible when it breaks.
Yeah.
And then you're trying to like...
There's many different reasons. Sometimes we're too quick to blame the wax, and it can be poor prep on the client's part, on the service provider's part, cold skin, dehydrated skin. There's so many different reasons why it can break. So that's why techniques is so important and why I put out the free 6-week course, because I noticed that once I got into this realm, and getting all the customer service emails, I'm running into this issue, this. I'm like, okay, this is like a lack of proper training. So then I saw another problem, and I'm like, all right, how can I solve this? Then we put out our free 6-week course because I'm like,
oh, that's awesome.
I need to help. Like the schools aren't teaching this stuff.
No, my educator was like refused to teach us how to do Brazilian waxes. She had to like get someone else to do it. And I was like, but why? You know how to do it? And she's like, oh, no, I don't want to she was like weird about it.
Yeah.
Like really weird about it.
It can be maybe a little bit of lack of confidence, or it's a whole different ball game to know how to do it yourself and then to know how to teach that to someone and articulate all the little steps and stuff. So it can become second nature. So then to try to break that down into, well, first do this and hold your hand here and all that. So I understand there can be.
But they're more used to just doing it. Yeah. So while you worked at European Wax Center, I know they teach you speed waxing, right? So was that from going from a spa where you were doing facials to all of a sudden going here to where you're expected to do what, like a wax, a Brazilian in 15?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You'll die when you hear what I had to do. So I was,
please do tell.
I was the first red level waxer at my location. So there's different levels. So with that, in 15 minutes, I probably can't move this fast anymore. But my most common, I could do a Brazilian, a eyebrow, a upper lip, an underarm, and like a stomach strip, all in 15 minutes.
What?
So I'm like just pumping them out. So I was like a mega speed. I don't know. I got really good at just knowing which order and what, like.
So it's like, spread.
Yeah, so I would lay 3 on Brazilian, then be prepping underarm. After pulling, then lay an underarm, get the brow, do a lip while I'm at the brow. Like I just
multitask different areas.
So I'm doing multiple services at a time.
I'd forget a strip somewhere and be like, sorry, ma'am.
That's why patterns are so important, and I teach all that in my course. So you guys can check that out.
Man. Yes. So where can they find that course? On your website, correct?
Yeah, lashwaxoc.com/training. It's completely free, literally no strings attached. A lot of schools are actually pulling my course up. It's so cool to hear this. I didn't know this until like trade shows and people telling me. They'll pull it up in class and like work through it as a class. I'm like, okay, that's super cool.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah, so that would be really cool.
Good. My biggest question is, how does it feel to walk around trade shows now and people know who you are?
It's very strange. I have not gotten used to that quite yet. I have to watch my RBF because I'm like, I don't want anyone to think I hate them or something. It's not, I never got into this for all of this. Like it's a byproduct for sure, but it's cool. It's humbling and it's an honor, but it's also just still strange to me.
Right? Because like people tell you, like, oh my gosh, I've watched all your videos and I love you. And you're just like, bro, I don't even know who you are.
I love connecting with people like that. It's very cool. It's like, okay, I'm putting myself out there online, so to know that's being received. But what I love hearing the most is that I've inspired someone to become their best version of them.
Yes.
When I start feeling like, is when they're like, I want to be you. I'm like, okay, love this. Thank you. But I want you to become the best version of you. The world needs you at your best, not another Bree or not, So it's very, it feels like I take it seriously, like a big responsibility that I'm a role model to some of like the next generation of waxers. And so it's crazy though.
How long did it, like before, let's say, the first time that you realized, oh shit, like I'm a big deal? Because
I still don't think I'm a big deal.
No, but you are.
Oh
you are. You've done so many amazing things for the Esty community, you know, and for especially for waxers, you've done a lot of great things.
Thank you.
So you are a big deal. You freaking just got an award, you know.
That's very crazy.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
To know that, like, damn, like I obviously, because to you, you feel I'm just like you, you know, I'm like
awkward
anybody.
And weird.
Yeah. And it's
stumble my words.
And so to know that all of a sudden you have all these people looking at you, and maybe the first time that you ever felt that, you know, that people came up to you and you were just like, wait,
I actually remember the first moment. So we went to Vegas, was our first ever trade show. So it was my first time really getting in front, besides doing like my wax classes and stuff privately, but getting in front of like more people. And I was walking to my booth to set up, and I'm just in like my frumpy clothes, like what, and this girl jumps in front of me. She goes, Bree. And I'm like, oh, like it scared the shit out of me. I'm like, what? Like I thought I dropped something. I didn't know. It never crossed my mind that she recognized me from my social media. And she's like, oh my God, I love you. Can I take a picture? I'm like, looking around like, with who? What? Okay, yes. So that was, and then I started realizing, okay, first of all, I gotta watch my face when I'm walking around. Because the biggest thing is that I've had my own experiences with watching people online that I really looked up to, and then meeting them in person and just being there's some mean girls, you know?
And Jeffree Star. Mine's Jeffree Star.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, I can't say I've ever met him in person. But
what was it? At the makeup show in LA. Oh man.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed.
That sucks. And I never want to make any, and sometimes I don't know what that situation was, but maybe it was unintentional, you know, I don't know, but I just never want to make anyone feel like that. So because I feel a big like deal to me.
Everybody, obviously, like, and it's so amazing to see that people were so excited to see you, and
so crazy.
We've been so excited to have you on. The moment, you know, that Jackie and Matt told me about it, like, yes, we should definitely have her, and I was like, hell yeah. And then when I saw Matt comment, because he knows that I'm like,
yeah, me and Matt were concocting the plan.
And
we were like,
you got me.
I was like, you got me. I was like, oh yeah, that is a good idea.
And so then Matt commented on your stuff, and then he's like, you better get in there. And I was like, like anxiety. I was like, what if she says no, you know?
I know. I've been telling Desiree, I was like, Bree is so nice. Like, she's super nice. When we first had our first FaceTime, I was like, wow, she's so like down to earth and so friendly and so nice.
That's really cool. Yeah. So I was so excited. And just to, I don't know, like I said, just to see how down to earth you are, and how you really want to help people grow.
Yeah.
And that resonates with me a lot, because the reason I became a bookkeeper was so that I could help the beauty industry grow.
And we need help in that department bad.
Oh, yeah.
Really bad. That was one of my first hires, was a bookkeeper, because finances, I'm like, this is wild.
See, when I was behind the chair, there was nobody for me to turn to.
Yeah.
And I was like, and if I asked anybody, it was like, well, no, you can't write that off. And I was like, but it's stuff that I use.
Yeah.
And so it was very hard to get somebody to understand the needs.
Yeah.
And so finally in 2021, I was like, okay, if nobody's going to understand the needs, then I have to be the one that understands the needs.
Problem.
Yeah.
You became the solution.
Yeah. So
there's a theme here.
Oh man. So when I heard you say that today, I was like, holy shit, that's true. You just, if you can't find somebody to do it for you. You have to
do
find
it yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Do it the way you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that.
Jackie. That's Jackie with her acne treatments and all that.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to pull from all these different brands to get what I want.
And even with your event.
I've never said like there's one brand that I use on just everybody. That is not correct. Like I pull from like different lines to treat people.
Yeah,
even if it's just the same person. The routine is a little different.
Yeah. Man, so do you try to do a lot of these events when you get asked to do them, or how does that work? Like, how does that work for you? Because I know you have a team already, and obviously, you have so many followers on Instagram, on YouTube, because you've done all the things to help people. So now, how do people get through you? And I mean, honestly, for me, I was so shocked that I was able to, because I was like, oh, shit. She said yes.
I've messaged a lot of people with no reply or a seen message. I'm just like,
well, that's what I thought.
You'll never get that from. And if you do, I'm very sorry. It probably ended up in some weird folder on Instagram. But no, we reply to everybody. So. Yeah, to answer that question with events, like this is still pretty new to us, but once doing the trade shows and just seeing, like, it's such a higher impact being in person. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do it. I want to get in front of more people to be able to inspire them, to help them grow, and ultimately help them towards their goals, however it is that I can help in that way. So I feel I'm like, it's just crazy. It's very cool. It's very cool to be able to be in this position now and be able to give back in that sort of way. So
that's awesome.
I enjoy it.
So as far as I know, you obviously have the free course for waxing, but I know you also help mentor people or coach people to get to their first 100,000.
Yeah, everyone kind of has that goal in mind, right? Their first goal to hit 6 figures. I definitely at this point feel super confident to be able to help people beyond that as well. But most of my audience seems to be, newly solo, or maybe they've built to a certain point. They just need that help to get that extra boost. So that's kind of my focus is like get to your first 6 figures, but we can even scale beyond that as well. I've learned a lot with my product side of my business and building our own team. We have, I believe we're at like at least 9 employees now, and then some contractors and stuff as well. So yeah, I love coaching. Is like, sometimes I'm like, I feel like I should be paying them for this. I love it. I love being able to have like an outsider's view into someone's business and be able to see like, okay, if we tweak this and this and this, and it not be necessarily my business that I have to take home. So it's really fun to be able to do that.
Because you're able to see their problems. And I think at the same time, you're able to see where you went wrong probably at the beginning of your business. Yes. And you're like, man, I could help this person not go through that.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's the biggest. So I started working with a business coach myself personally 2 years ago. His name's Bedros Koulian. If anyone's heard of him, he's kind of like he's a man's man. He talks more to men than he's definitely. I was the first beauty industry coaching client of his, but it's just like completely changed us personally and our business. And so I'm a huge advocate now for like just hire a coach sooner. But you have to be careful who you hire. It has to be someone who's not talking theory and who has done the thing that you're looking to do. So that's the biggest thing with that. Because there's plenty of coaches within our industry now that are great choices too. So whoever you vibe with, whoever's done the thing you're looking to do, I'm a big fan of it because you bypass what's my coach calls it ignorance tax. That's what it is. You get to like save on the ignorance tax. So
and that's true. And even I'm sure you get them a lot too, but where people are sending you DMs saying like, oh, I could help you grow your social media, or I could help you do this.
Oh, like those weird.
Yeah. And it's like, you go and look at their page because that's what they do, right? And they have like 100 followers and you're like, motherfucker, how are you going to help me when you can't even get
I tend to wonder that myself.
Or they have a scary amount of a scary amount of followers, but like no likes, no comments and stuff.
Yes, engagement.
They have bought the follows.
Yeah.
Oh, I will absolutely never. That destroys pages and brands when you do that.
Yes.
It's just so tacky. And then if you are following their account because you haven't caught on yet, you get like hit with a bunch of bots in your your message, your DMs, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh, I know that girl. I built my dog's IG. So I can like tell when other people now are like have bots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's the goal with that? Because those bots are not going to become clients. They're not going to become customers.
That's what I don't understand.
I don't understand it. And not only that, it actually takes away from getting in front of the right eyes and the right audience. It messes with the algorithm, all of it. Don't buy followers. I was at the end, don't buy followers.
And then it's embarrassing when you know that somebody else is buying followers and they act like they don't buy the followers. Because I've had that happen too. I was like, bro. Like, I know you don't have that many.
We know.
Yes.
We know.
It's like, you go and look at the engagement, like you said. So for you, when you started growing your business, for the waxing part of it first, and getting the clients and doing all that, did you ever do like the Google paid ads? Did you ever do the Instagram paid ads?
Not originally. I am now for my new studio we just opened in January. So I've had this salon for 4 years, but I was working out of it. Then once I was out of treatment room, we just started renting out the rooms. Now we're doing commission based. So that's new realm to me. So we are doing that now, but I never did that when I built my own clientele.
Okay.
I'm not opposed to it though. Now that I'm working with my coaching clients, I'm like, heck yeah, let's do it. But it's all in the conversion. So if you can pay and drive traffic to your page or to your website, but if your website isn't built or your Instagram isn't built to convert them, then it's like you're paying for all this traffic, but they're not going to book. So we always get all that set up first before ever looking at paid. Organic is king. So organic content and getting all that set up first before ever doing paid ads is really important.
So you're no longer behind the chair.
I'm not.
That's awesome.
It's so sad.
Okay, that was my next question. Does it make you feel sad? Do you miss it?
I do miss it, but my team needs me and my business needs me elsewhere right now. So maybe in the future, who knows? Maybe I'll have like a day a week or something, or I still get to wax though, because I do on YouTube. I have my educational, demos and stuff like that.
That's really cool because I was scrolling through your YouTube and I do see like all the education that you try to push out.
Yeah.
I have learned so much. I'm like, man, I'm going to be a waxer maybe. So I can play with it.
Yeah, right. It's satisfying.
Oh my gosh. I swear, those on TikTok sometimes, that's what gets me when they're just like melting the wax and they just pull on.
That oddly satisfying.
No, I like the
like ASMR.
laying it. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you have 3 kids?
3, yep.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. So I was a teen mom. So when I was in aesthetic school, my daughter turned 1 while I was in school. So wild time. She's going to be 15 next month, which is awesome. So crazy.
That
right?
Is awesome.
15? Why does that sound so weird?
Because it's 15.
Yeah. So she'll be like, she keeps reminding me, I can get my permit. I know. That's crazy. That's wild.
That permit thing, let me tell you.
I'm terrified.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That is
very
scary. My 22-year-old just learned to drive at the beginning of this year, but my 16-year-old has a permit.
Yeah. I'm like, you guys are still babies. This doesn't make sense. Who let us drive at that age? I'm like, that's terrifying. And I was back in Orange County, so I'm driving like the LA highways and stuff. I'm like, this is terrifying.
I think about that too, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah. I literally got behind the wheel 15. I'm like, peace out. I'm like, I'm ready to go. But now I'm like, my daughter's 6 and she has 9 years left to drive.
You're counting down.
Yeah.
But now,
I mean, we're lucky because there's Life 360 and there is Find My iPhone or the family thing on the iPhone.
Yes.
So you could keep track of where they're at.
Yeah.
She obviously, my 16-year-old does not drive by herself yet. She's learning to drive stick.
Oh, good. Good for you. Yeah. That's very cool.
Oh, shit. But it's scary.
I know. But that's like a great life just skill to have.
Yeah.
My husband hasn't let me learn to drive the stick yet.
Are you serious?
No.
How? You have to learn. I feel like.
You think so?
Yes. It's bad. I feel like when a girl knows how to drive stick shift is badass.
It's pretty badass.
Right? Yeah.
It's pretty badass.
Gotta do it.
And who knows? You might be in a sticky situation one day and have to
then
hotwire a car.
Seriously.
We need to learn to hotwire too while we're at it. I'm just kidding.
In case we have to commit Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we grew up playing Grand Theft Auto. They were programming us. And I'm just kidding.
So 15-year-old.
Okay, yes, back to the children.
Sorry.
So she'll be going into high school. Then I have my middle child, girl. She just turned 10, Trinity. She's my little entrepreneur. You guys will see from her soon. She just told me the other day she wants to be a waxer. I'm like,
that's awesome.
All right, so who knows if that will stick. I'm never going to pressure my kids into the business, but I'll be super stoked if at least one of them.
That's awesome.
And then my son, he's 7.
He's 7.
Yep, he's
That's
the only
awesome.
boy and the baby. So, but they love working the warehouse with us, and so they're fun. The 2 little ones, though, you'll kind of see them on my social media a little bit. I'm very cautious about posting my kids too much. My oldest doesn't really love to be on there, so you don't see too much of her on there.
She's like, forget. She's like, whatever, mom.
Yeah, but she does. I did earn cool points with her friends because one of them was on YouTube and one of my shorts popped up and they're like, "Your mom's a YouTuber." So now I'm like very cool amongst the
You're
teenagers.
like, if you only knew. Like, what's your daughter's name? Riley, if you only knew how cool your mom is. Like, your mom is a badass, and she is famous in this world.
Oh
okay?
my gosh!
So you should be very
still
proud.
Gets me.
But it's so awesome. Like I said, it's so awesome, and it's what I think every person in the beauty industry kind of strives for. Not the famous part, but just the getting there and not meaning to become famous. But the being able to teach others and to grow.
Stay humble.
Yes.
We just add that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have a sign in our room. It says, "Stay humble and kind." I guess it's a country song. I didn't know that when we bought the sign, but
Now I'm going to have to look for that country song.
Yeah.
Man.
If anyone knows, drop it in the
Drop
comments.
it.
Let us
Seriously.
know.
Drop it down below, please.
So from all your kids, has it been easier with the girls or easier with the boy?
Ooh, it switches up. They like tag team. They're like, "All right, it's your turn now. You're going to give them a hard time." No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, seriously. Mine collaborate together. They're like, okay, let's do this behind mom's back. And it's like, they team up now when they came of age.
I feel like girls are so much easier than boys.
Yeah, our son is like,
he's like,
my husband's nodding in the behind the scenes here. Yeah, my son's pretty. I don't know. I feel like though it's more of a what do they call that? Birth order. I feel like it's more of a birth order thing. Like my oldest is very much the oldest. My middle child is very much the middle child, and the baby is very much acts like the baby.
Yeah.
So there was like a TikTok sound.
I've seen. Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
And have you seen the one where they're putting like their rent? I think the oldest was like 500 or something like that, or 100, and then the middle child 500, and then plus they had to do the lawn and all kinds of other shit, and then the baby. Take out the trash. And I was like, damn, that's so real.
I know, it really is. Yeah, three's funny. It's a thing.
Yeah, man.
I feel like have 2 or 4. 3 is like
that's why I have 4, because I couldn't have an odd number because then the middle child was very much the middle child.
Yep.
And so we're like, no, we can't have the middle child.
Yeah.
And then she would get forgotten because she's so easy. And or she's, the one that's always trying to do good. So she wants to go unnoticed. And I'm just like, okay. But now it's the 2 girls, the 2 boys.
Perfect.
Yeah. But the girls are so much easier than the boys. The boys,
that's so funny.
Oh man, they drive me insane sometimes. I love them.
Oh
but
no,
man.
my daughter is like the boss of me sometimes, or at least she thinks she is. She's very sassy, very like she needs to be like the mom, and then bosses like my son around, which is he's the younger boy, right? So he's just like, Sophia, like he throws his fits, like because she's trying to tell him what to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then sometimes she's like, oh Callum, go crazy. Or go wreck this. I'm just like,
oh my
gosh.
I'm
like, I heard you.
That's crazy. So how long have you been married?
We have been married 10 years. Oh my God. I'm like, you're putting me on the spot. What if I get this wrong?
I'm putting the personal questions.
Yeah, we celebrated 10 years in September.
Congratulations.
So thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we're middle school sweethearts, we like to say. So we met and dated in 8th grade, whatever that means. I think we held hands and like had a peck or something. And then we kind of like went our separate ways for a little while. So we haven't been dating since 8th grade, but we reconnected when we were both 21. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Oh man. So how does it feel? Because I know you mentioned on your stories yesterday that that you were glad that he was going to be able to come with you. Yeah. So are you always traveling alone?
No, not always. So usually I have my husband, or we're as a team. So my husband, my videographer, and my assistant, or it will be just myself and my videographer.
And has he always been this supportive?
Oh my gosh,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah. And
I
my
love that.
husband's awesome. We've
Yeah.
always just filled in where we needed to. So
Yeah.
whether it was me supporting him, and we had a moving company when we first were dating. So, I was supporting him in that. And then it transferred, like this was starting to really take off. So he supported. We just like fill in where is
awesome.
needed. So we
Yeah.
make a good team. And I know not a lot of people have that. And I don't realize that until I spend a lot of time around other
Right.
maybe couples in business or just talking with other women entrepreneurs. So very blessed in that
Yes,
way.
Oh,
that's
yes.
awesome. That's one of the things that I always say, like your partner has to be supportive, and because I think things run so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
And because whatever you can't do, he can do.
Yeah.
And or vice versa.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like, man, if my husband wouldn't have supported me and all the crazy shit that I'm constantly thinking about, I don't know where I'd be right now, you know?
I know.
But because he always
Seriously.
follows along, even if it's crazy, even
I
if he
love
thinks
that.
it's not going to, it's not going to work. He doesn't tell me it's not going to work.
Yeah.
He'll just be like, okay.
All right.
Yeah. And if it doesn't work and I'm all bummed, he's like, well, at least you tried it.
On to the next.
Yeah.
What's your next idea? Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. So,
But it's so important. We were
yeah.
actually having that conversation earlier today, and it's like really your partner makes it or break it. If you're, especially as an entrepreneur,
Yes.
it really can make it or break it for you. And they can be supportive in other ways. Not everyone has the luxury of now working full time
Yeah.
together like we do. It can just be supporting you,
Yes.
like. It does emotionally. It doesn't
Yes.
have to be actually working. And some people maybe they shouldn't work in business
yeah.
together too. But you can support in so many different
Yes.
ways, and so important.
my goal is for my husband to not work a W-2. And so that we could just, kind of work together.
I love that.
Whatever that might look like.
Yeah.
But I'm like, imagine like we could travel wherever we want, whenever, because even
And it's a
now,
ride.
Yes,
Oh my God.
exactly.
Yes.
Because even now, like we go on vacation, but he has to get vacation time, and I'm just like, well, you tell me when, because
Yeah.
I could bring my work with me, you know?
Yeah. Which that's a blessing too. So
Yeah.
you're almost
Yeah.
there. You're almost there. That's very cool.
Yeah, so I'm just like, come on, you just gotta,
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I gotta get there so that we could get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the goal. It's
Yeah.
always, I think, to have that supportive husband, and then the kids too, because I think if the kids are not understanding of what you're why it is that you're doing everything that you're doing,
Yeah.
a lot of the times also as a mom, you get that mom guilt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that ever happen to you?
Sometimes, but I have to say, we're so much more present with our kids now than we
Yeah.
ever were before. Because before, it's like we both were on separate schedules, and we weren't both Now we both drop the kids off at school. We both pick them up, and like, yeah, we'll do things like this, but we're gone for 2-3 days, but they get us on the daily
That's
throughout,
awesome.
on a regular basis. And then when it's us traveling, they're with their grandma, so my mother-in-law, my husband's mom, and so we spend so much more time together now.
Quality.
So even though we're definitely very busy, but it's quality time. We're both, and we can drop everything if the school calls and one of them's sick. We can drop everything. We're busy, but we're flexible, and we finally own our schedule.
That's
rather
awesome.
than when he was working, blue collar work, construction. I was at European Wax Center. We were on someone else's schedule. We
Yes.
weren't there we had to find babysitters all the time and after school care and all of that. So they are. Yeah, it doesn't creep in as much now. I'm very proud of this was always the intention, was
That's awesome.
the time and financial freedom.
And then at that time, you were in California, correct? Mm-hmm. So in California, you have to work like 10 jobs, I swear.
Seriously,
to
both
afford
husband,
everything.
wife, 2 jobs each, like
Seriously.
and you're still struggling to pay the bills.
Yeah, because I remember living down there and just, I grew up I'm from Tijuana. I was born in Tijuana, raised in San Diego.
Yep.
And then the last 10 years of being in California, I lived in the high desert.
Okay, whereabouts?
Hesperia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
My husband has a lot of family in like Palm Desert.
Okay,
and,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so man, and then it just we were both working, and I was driving to Hollywood for school.
Wow.
And then I was doing all the things, but it's like, damn, like, how are we still broke?
Yeah.
And we're
Like, how am I
both
working this hard?
Yeah, and
For
our time
little
with
pay.
our kid, and then the time with the kids was like almost non-existent.
Yeah. And then you still have the housework to do and the
Yes.
grocery shopping and all that. So then you're just always tired and stressed and
Yeah. And then we moved here, and I'm just like,
breath of fresh
Yes.
air. Good. Although the humidity, I don't know.
You get used to it. I promise
it?
you get used to it. I remember the first time I ever came to Texas was in 2015, and it was for a conference for an MLM company in Houston.
We all go through it.
In Houston. And I remember just getting out of the airport, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
It hits you.
It hits
It was
you, yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no way I could ever live here.
Yeah. And here you are.
I am
Here
and
you
loving
are.
it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that. I feel like once you kind of leave California, it's hard to, I don't know, to
Yeah.
go back. I just feel bad. Everyone always asks, do you miss California? I'm like,
No.
miss my family.
Yes.
And then maybe the weather. But I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not going to live somewhere just for the weather.
No.
I miss the beach,
I do miss
and that is
That's-
it.
yeah.
That is that is it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I have family out there too, and that's the only thing that I miss from
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
You know, yes, the weather's nice, but
Friends,
would I
too.
ever go back?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way.
You're done with
Yeah,
California.
there is no way, and I love everything here. I homeschool my kids.
Yeah, that's
and-
amazing. You're telling me
Man.
that. That's, yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever think about it, you should do it. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it'll be the best thing you could ever do.
We may do that with our
Yeah.
oldest. We'll see.
Yeah,
High
it's-
school starts in September, so
Oh
we've
man.
got
Oh man. So they have a long break.
Yeah, we're like on the old school
That's awesome.
schedule of like getting started after Labor Day.
Yeah,
and
an
all
actual almost 3 months of right.
that. Yeah, like 2.5, 3 months. Yeah.
because I think it's like a month now for.
Yeah.
And then they go to
seems
school
different.
from like freaking 8 to 5.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah.
Here, at least, it's like
Yeah,
8.
8
we're-
to 5.
Yeah, that's a long
It's like
day.
a full-time job, bro.
Yeah.
My daughter goes to she goes to a little church school though.
Exactly.
A small
they're
little thing.
still-
So it's
they're
like
still trying to
it's like-
keep things.
it's like 9 to 2:45.
Oh, see,
Okay.
that's
So
normal.
I don't
like
like
that
to wake
start
up early.
time.
Yeah.
That's a good start
Right?
time.
I hate waking up early.
Don't get me started.
Yeah, that's a good start
I did
time.
something else before, and I
She
was
was like, I
so
couldn't
late
do it.
every single day.
Yeah.
Or my kids didn't want to wake up, and I'm like, I don't want to either.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
Yeah.
so from here, like you've reached your goals that you had at the beginning. What's next?
World domination. No, I'm just
Right?
kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, that's the thing. None of this really was the goal. I have
Yeah.
to say, like, it just organically and naturally has come about. But I've always been one to see a problem and want to create a solution, right? So
Yes.
without saying too much, I see a big problem with when girls graduate, they don't have really solid place to go work and make
Yes.
a thriving wage, get the
Yes.
good training and a thriving wage, talking specifically waxing.
Yes.
So I will just say I'm starting with my first studio, and then we will see where that grows from there.
That's
How
awesome.
exciting.
Because a lot of the times too, I don't know what the laws are where you're at, but I know laws always change as far as having a W-2, 1099, or commission employee.
Yeah.
A lot of the times things get blurred, and salon owners sometimes don't know exactly how things should be running, and they end up telling somebody you're commission, but you're not an employee, you're a 1099.
Yeah.
But that's not.
No, that's not how it
That's
works.
not how
Yeah,
it
there's a lot of people misclassified for
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing things by the book, and yeah.
So how? Because I know you said you used to have commission, correct?
we have we've transitioned to commission now.
commission now.
Yeah, in January.
So how hard was that for you to do, or how easy was it for you to do?
It wasn't hard or easy. I don't know. We just kind of like dove in, but I've been working with my business coach. So I had him, first of all,
That's
to go to. And I've made relationships within the industry like Lady Ping and Tanya with Just the Strip. So they gave me some guidance as well. So I felt like I was in a good position. Like if I would have done this earlier, I would have been probably super messy, but it was just a good timing. So it was pretty easy, but always with anything new, there's always hurdles that come up, and then you just kind of, I don't know, as an entrepreneur, you have to be you're a firefighter and you're a problem solver.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly
Yes.
putting out fires and solving problems. So I just did the same with the studio.
So for someone who's established, what are some of, I guess, some advice that you could give them when they're trying to scale or to grow their team, or what are what's your advice to them?
Yeah. So first of all, creating the systems and automations like we were talking about today, so that you can easily pass it along to someone else. So if we're still doing old school like booking of people and the follow-ups and all of that, that's not really scalable or easy to pass along to someone. So really nailing it down for yourself first, and then just hiring the right people. So I mean, for me, like having a bookkeeper was super important for me. So having all the back end stuff taken care of so that now you could put really your focus into the training. And then like super tactically, I would say at least being able to bring 30 to 40 new clients in a month. So if you know how to market and do that and consistently be bringing in 30 to 40 new clients, and that's a great time to bring on an employee. And then the hiring process is really important. So you're getting the right people. We've learned so much on our product side and hiring within our warehouse and just on our team of what not to do. So yeah, just knowing how to hire correctly is going to be really important.
Because everything's different, right? Like whatever you're hiring for, or the position that you're hiring for, they're all different.
It's all different.
It's not like it's a cookie cutter.
Exactly.
That you're paying everyone. You're not paying everyone the same.
No.
Everybody has a different job.
Yep.
So then you have, do you have employee handbooks?
We are creating that, but now we're getting a lot better at hiring and all of that stuff.
No, because it's hard.
Yeah, it's so hard. Yeah. Having the correct title for people, it's easier to promote than it is to demote. So, if anything, start with like a lower people are very into the titles of their positions. And I didn't realize how big of a thing this was. The description and just job duties and all that, super important to have very clear. Or if you're unclear, like we just kind of created a new position that wasn't real. So she's my social media assistant. So I needed someone to help me execute on all these different things. So I'm like, this isn't a position we've ever had before. So we're kind of creating a position. So being really clear at the beginning, like this is chaotic. We're building together. Like we don't have a clear description. So is there anything that you are just unwilling to do? Like let us know now. So sometimes you're creating something out of nothing too. But for other positions, like, bring it back to waxers and stuff, like that's pretty straightforward and clear of like the job duties that you want them to, do.
How hard is state board back where you're at now?
It's not been difficult, but this is now my third time building a clientele. Yeah. So it's not, I just know where to go now to find the answers to my questions. Honestly though, ChatGPT nowadays, you guys, holy crap. If I would have had that when I first was building, geez. But yeah, I would say I'm more resourceful, that it's much easier for me to find the answers to my questions.
Yeah.
So state board hasn't, but we just got inspected and
everyone's smooth.
Yeah. I forgot to hang my license up on the wall. That was the only thing. He's like, great that you have it here. It's in the drawer. It needs to be on the wall. I'm like, oh, yeah. So he was really nice, and my husband went and hung it for us, and that was it.
I feel like California is the hardest state board.
It is. Oregon's really follows California, though. But coming from California, you're just used to. Yeah,
because I remember the first time I ever had state board show up here in Texas at my studio, I remember, like, I knew they were coming because it was at a Sola, so they have to tell you that they're coming.
Okay.
So I remember when I found out they were coming, I made sure everything was labeled properly, that everything was exactly how we were supposed to have it back home. Yeah. And then I remember they came in, and he just kind of looked over everything. And then he was like, okay. And I was like, wait. So I'm a dumbass. I stopped and asked questions because I'm like, well, I have a question. Like, is this supposed to be this way? Because I'm from California. So I heard you don't have to label these things. And he's like, oh, no, you don't have to, but good for you. I was like, what? That's funny. So there were certain little things. And I was expecting so much more because I remember the fines that I got out there for.
We were traumatized.
Yes.
It's some PTSD going on there.
But no. Okay. So I'm glad. So they follow through kind of like California as well. Okay. Well, that's good.
But so for your audience, wherever you're at, like look up on Google or ChatGPT, just self-inspection list. So I would type in like California State Board aesthetic self-inspection list. So that's just what we do. We kind of went through our own self-inspection.
Awesome. Yeah, and then keep one too. Like print it out and keep it at your spa so you don't forget in case. Because I'm always like, I keep searching, and then I was like, no, I need to just have the list handy just so I can refer to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now you're moving to a different state.
You are?
She is. She's leaving me.
I know. So my husband's in the Air Force.
Okay.
So we jump around, but I'm going to North Carolina.
Oh. Wait, didn't you live in North Carolina? My husband was there for a little bit.
Oh,
that's okay. Awesome. Did you like it? No. I know. I asked her husband today. I'm like, "Are you excited, Tyler, to be going to North?" And he's like, "No." And I said, "Because I know you didn't like San Antonio." He's like, "Well, if I had a choice, I'd rather stay in San Antonio than go to North Carolina."
It's an adventure.
I just like just a new vibe, a new scene.
Jackie's all down for moving.
I'm so down. I wanted to go to Europe, but I mean, North Carolina's great too.
We'll take that.
Right? Yeah, whatever. She's like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you let people know where they can find you?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm sure y'all, if you're watching it, you know where you can find her. But still, please let us know where they can find you. What are you going to be doing next? Are you going to any conferences? What's coming up for you?
Yeah. Okay. So you can find me on Instagram, Bree Mesquit, YouTube, Bree Mesquit, TikTok, Bree Mesquit. You can also find our product, Lash and Wax OC, which hopefully a rebrand will be coming soon where it'll be just Rebel Wax. Lash and Wax OC came from, that was my salon, and it just kind of stuck. So it's time for a rebrand.
Lashes.
I did lashes and waxing. In Orange County. That's why Lash and Wax OC. A lot of people think it's CO for like company, but it's OC for Orange County. But where will we be next? So we have Long Beach coming up in August, so the trade show. I'll be doing a wax class in Fountain Valley, so in Orange County as well. So if anyone, and I do business building. What was that?
It's ISIS, right?
That's the show, and then my workshop is like I just do that privately, so that's separate.
That's awesome.
We'll be in Fort Lauderdale. I was just asked to go there. I feel like we have a lot. Oregon Aesthetic Show, so that's in Portland. That's in October, and I'm sure we'll be some other places.
Oh, wow.
Just follow me on the gram.
Yes, follow her.
gram.
Watch her YouTube channel. She has a lot of useful information.
Yes, the Rebel Show.
Yes, my podcast, The Rebel Show.
Yes. So are you also on Apple and
anywhere
Spotify?
where there's podcasts
where you can watch and listen.
Yes.
Everything will be tagged below. So just I'm on below. Matt. But yes, please follow her. We're so grateful that you took the time out of your day to come with us. We're so excited. We're very happy that you were here. We're very happy that you were at Glow and Gather with Jackie's event.
Yeah, that was a great event. That was really, you guys did a great job.
Thank you.
That is so impressive to fill a room that size with that many people.
No, don't say that.
No, it really is. No, seriously, that's like extremely impressive. I was telling my husband, I'm like, dude, look at all these people they got here. You're building community. Like it's really beautiful to see. We need more of that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why Glow and Gather is really important to me and Desiree, because I feel like the community is so large out here in south of Texas, but there's just no education out here and events like this for people in San Antonio or even like southern than that. Like some people can't drive to Dallas like 5 or so many hours.
Gosh, I did not realize how. I mean, I knew Texas was big, but like
huge.
It takes like 8 hours to get out of freaking Texas.
That's crazy.
Man.
So yeah.
No, it's very impressive. You guys did a great job. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you so much. That means a lot coming from
and especially
you.
And I mean it. I'm not blowing smoke. I just would be quiet.
Man, and look at who you guys got. Like it's the speakers that you guys had. They're so knowledgeable, and I think that's so great. And that's what I told you. I'm like, I'm so proud of you. That this is your second year, and
second year.
Second year.
I feel like we're still in the baby process. Like,
but it's.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
But see, this is exactly what I always try to tell people. Just get started. You can figure it out as you go, too.
Literally.
Then you pivot where you need to be. Yeah. Each year will get better and better, but it was fantastic.
Right?
It was great.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
So thank you so much for being on.
Of course.
We're so happy that you were that you're like I said that you took the time.
Of course.
And we can't wait to keep on following you and listening to you on your podcast.
Yes.
So please don't forget to follow. And that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching us every week. And
yes,
this is our last guest episode together.
Yes,
with
with Bree
and Jackie
and Jackie.
Yes, this is so you're basically
I move very soon.
Yes, yeah. So you're our cherry on top. To end her.
Thank you.
My reign as queen of the Beauty Bound.
Yeah. So so thank you so much for making her last guest episode with an amazing guest. And
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
we're so lucky to have you here.
Yes.
Thank you.
And guys,
you.
it's been a long day.
I know. She's
I'm
like, I'm
my
done.
eyes are hurting. Like, are your eyes hurting?
Yeah. But bye, guys. Thank you.
Yes. Bye.